Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in to Stevo's performance. I really appreciate everybody that shared my channel, liked and subscribed. Thank you guys for all the support. I know it was a small video. It was just a small intro video. I'm going to be using that as my intro video for every single video. I was talking to some of my friends, and that video, they're saying that it might be a little too long, so I might shorten it up a little bit, but that's kind of what I wanted to use as an intro video. This video is just basically going to be about me introducing myself, who I am, you know, what I do, and what's my purpose, I guess, of making this YouTube channel. It's gonna get a little bit of getting used to. I don't really typically like record myself and talk in front of the camera and stuff. I'm still getting used to it, so bear with me. And but yeah, let's get into a little bit about me. But first off, I want to thank you guys again for liking and subscribing, and I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback from many people saying good job, you know, and yeah, I mean, you know, it's not really that easy to just start, you know, like because I'm still getting used to everything. But yeah, let me talk a little bit about myself. So my name's Esteban Amparan. I live in Kansas, and I like to do car things. I like car stuff, so that's what my channel is going to be about. Working on my vehicles, doing little upgrades here and there. Hopefully major upgrades soon. But yeah, so I make airplane parts for a living, and I've been doing that since like 2017-ish, 2017. So I've been doing it for a little bit now. I run 3 to 5 axis CNC machines. The very first machine that I touched was a Mazak, a 5-ax Mazak. I think it was a 5-axis. Forgot the number of them, how big. I think it was like an 800. I think. It was a pretty big machine. It had a pallet changer. Could hold up to 80 tools, I believe. It had 2 chambers of 40 tools apiece. So the table moves in C, and then it rotates forward and back in A, and then the spindle comes down in Z, then also moves in X and Y. So that would make your 5-axis, and the 3-axis is basically, you know, the table X, Y, and then Z. So just running those machines. I did a little bit of lathe work when I worked for ICT Billet. A little bit about the vehicles that I have. So I have a 2003 Chevy Silverado 1500. It's an extended cab, has a 4.8 liter. I've done multiple things to it. I've dropped it. Now it's raised, and swapped the engines, transmissions, rear ends. I've done basically the whole 9 yards of tearing that vehicle apart and putting it back together. And then, so that's that truck. And then I have a 2004 Chevy Silverado 1500 that I just got recently. And I think that's the one that you guys are going to be seeing a lot more of. It's 1500 as well. It's a single cab, short bed. It's gold, 0 rust. It's a V6. Yeah, I know, V6. But it's really good on gas mileage. It's my daily as of right now. But you know how that goes with dailies and stuff. They really don't last as dailies. But I'm trying to make this one last. But I don't know. The other day when I was leaving work, I turned it on, and because it has a remote start, has a CompuStar security system on it. I'll talk more about it once I make a video of that truck. But I remote started it, and I let it warm up, and then I went outside and I started hitting like a little tapping noise, and like a little like tapping, like tap 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 tap, and then it would go away, and then it would start to do it again, and then. So I was like, okay. So I got under the truck and I was trying to see if anything was rattling or whatever, and I couldn't really figure it out. So I put my hand on the transmission to see if I could feel any like vibration. I didn't really feel anything, and then I moved up to the engine, like the oil pan, and I'm almost positive that's coming from the oil pan. So might be slightly knocking, but I don't know. I guess we're gonna keep driving it until she knocks harder. I have a couple engines here to pick from. I have a couple of LS options that I'm thinking about putting in that single cab. So my main purpose for that single cab is to make it the fastest street truck in the nation. You know, like trying to compete with all these big dogs out here. Obviously, it's a long ways from there now. It is very stock. I got it because it was very stock. It wasn't, molested. It wasn't chopped up. It wasn't C-notched. It wasn't. Everything's original on that truck. The only thing that it had aftermarket is the stereo. It was a double din. It was like a cheap, very cheap double din. And then it had a dual exhaust, which was a very shitty dual exhaust. It was rusted. It was really rusted that's at some point somebody tied a wire to the muffler because it was so rusted that the muffler and the pipe broke apart, and it sounded like a wannabe V8. So I took care of that quick. So I replaced it with just a stock replacement, which I'll show you guys that too when I get into that. When we get into that truck specifically. The last couple of days have been kind of shitty, kind of cold, so I'm really waiting on for the weather to get better. But I'm also working on a Yurf-Dog go-kart that I bought from a good friend of mine, and they're doing a little bit of upgrades. I mainly want to get this going for my kids, so they can have something to ride around. They're only 3 and 4, so. Yeah, I feel like I went a little bit overboard on this, but I feel like they're gonna have a lot of fun once they get the hang of it. I want them to get behind the wheel very young too, to get them going, get them used to it. And yeah, I mean, I might bring them in my videos and stuff. I might bring in my little brother Junior. He's not so much of a little brother because he's taller than me, and he's only 17. I'm 25. I'm about like 6'1", so yeah. I'm also working on my body. I'm going back to the gym, but I got a lot of stuff going on, so it's I work a lot, and then so you kind of have to be a dad too, a father. But I mean, those are no excuses by any means. That's just part of life, you just got to adapt and keep it moving, keep it going. So, but yeah, if you guys want to see more of this Yurf-Dog, comment and if you guys are interested, then I can show you guys. But I am going to show you guys here a little bit because I mean that's basically the only thing I got going on for right now until the weather gets better. It actually feels pretty good, but I had to work a little later than usual today. But yeah. Like I said, guys, thanks again for liking and subscribing. I hope to give you guys a lot more content about these about these trucks. Like I said, I'll get in depth what's been done to these trucks, or one of the trucks, I guess Mike's Cinecab, because that one has plenty of modifications that I think you guys would definitely like. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of what's going on with this little Yurf-Dog here. So you guys can check it out. No, my little shop here is a bit messy. Me and my older brother and my cousin, We built this shop, this little, I wouldn't call it a shop, it's more like a shed. This deal from the ground up. I had the concrete poured, and it was just basically to store all my tools and stuff, and this go-kart was really never meant to be here, but it was, my buddy was getting rid of it. He gave me a good deal, and so here we are now. You gotta do a little bit of modifications to here, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. It has I'll show you guys, but I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. So it has not remote start. It has key start. It has a key. It has electric start, and I forgot how big the engine was, but it's if I remember right, he told me it has an aftermarket cam, and a aftermarket carburetor, and it also has the option to pull to start. But it's pretty cool. It has a kill switch, and it has a little key for electric start, and it has brakes that my buddy put on there from a car. So the rear has like brakes. It has like a little master cylinder up here in the front. It's a dual seater, and it's black. And yeah, I mean, I'm basically what I'm working on right now is the coilover situation. I upgraded the shocks. I mean, I guess they wouldn't be coilovers. I upgraded the shocks because every time that I would get in there, the wheels, well, I mean, it was like barely okay just with me in it. I couldn't really steer very good, but as soon as somebody else got in there, the wheels went like straight up. So it was fucking scary at sometimes, because this thing gets up to 50 miles per hour. But like hauling ass, every time you step on it, you know, it lifts the front tires up a little bit, and then you can't really steer. So it's torquey. It's I forgot how what horsepower it is and stuff, but I'll give you guys all that information. Every time you'd step on it, since it's a solid axle in the back, it would kind of steer, and you would try to correct it, and it would not go. It would just fucking shoot you to straight into wherever it was going. It's definitely dangerous, but yeah, I think it's a little bit overkill for my kids, but I want them to have something cool. So but yeah, let me show you guys a little bit of this thing. Hi. What are you doing?
I don't like to play alone.
You don't like to play alone?
No.
Okay, we're gonna shut the door because it's cold. Okay? Okay. Come in here. What do you think?
Good. I love it. I don't have to get on. I want to drive it.
Are you excited to drive it?
Yeah. Okay, Johnny. It's really far.
Yeah.
Let's go. Get on.
You want to ride this thing already?
I want to drive it.
You want to drive it?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready to drive it?
Yeah.
You're not scared?
No, I'm a babe.
You're brave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Missing someone. Missing someone. I am sad and so down.
There's the little starter here. You put your key in, and yeah, you can have it in the on position and in the start position. So that's what's going on with that. That's what's going on with that. So here, what we're doing here is, so this coilover is the one that I'm putting on. This is what it had before. And yeah, this ain't gonna cut it. So, yeah, I'm making a video. So, this is what we got going on here. So now we got to basically make this work here, or I was going to weld another bracket right here somewhere. So, I don't know. I'm thinking about just drilling a hole through this side and then putting a bolt and then putting the nut on this side and just then possibly putting some spacers in here. I got some aluminum spacers that'll work good for that. And then doing the same thing basically on the other side. And so this upper control arm, I guess you would call it, was connected from here all the way to here. So now I have to, the reason why I had to cut it was because it was just straight this way, and with this little one, it worked good. But now since I'm going to be putting the bigger shocks, I have to basically make another bar that goes from here around and loops this way. So hey, it shouldn't be a big deal. I got some pieces here from my Fox body. I used to have a Fox body. I have some chromoly. These were the lower links for the 4-link. And then I also got a wishbone that I built for it, and it has, you know, pretty nice little hem joint there. But yeah, I ended up selling the Fox body, so now I have some parts left over. So I'm thinking about using that to fill in that little gap there. So, but I'm definitely gonna have to make a well, I don't think that's gonna work, because if I have it, huh? It's ribbed. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure too, Daddy.
Yeah, I know. So, what we're gonna probably end up doing . I'm probably gonna have to extend this. Probably put another piece of angle like this. Put another piece of angle here. So that way this control arm can be triangulated. You know, just like this. And then put a hem joint bushing deal in there. I could probably even keep this how this is here, and just put a little hem joint over here somewhere, and then it should be able to move freely. Because I want it to be somewhere like this, so when I put weight on it, it will
What are you doing here?
it will
Sophie! Hey!
yeah.
Hey, Sophie, we won't be.
No, it's fine.
Look at this tie, Junior. Look at this tie. Yes.
Yeah.
Dad, let me
So-
put that right here.
I'm not gonna put this in there.
Junior, put it right here. Okay. Okay, let me put it that over here. Let me put it
Hold this.
over here.
You can mess with it. It's recording right now. It's really hard to get used to, especially with being like somewhere small. You can't really like.
Yeah. I feel you what you're saying.
But I have to use like the zoomed out one for it to me even to be able to do anything. You know. But I think I'm done. So now I gotta actually talk about something else too.
Okay. Daddy.
So I also got I also have to build a rack and pinion. So because it was just on a bar. The steering on this was only riding on a small bushing. I don't know if you guys can see it. But it was just metal to metal all the way down. So right here, if you guys can see right there, that's where the other part of the shaft was at. So I bought a kit. And it comes with like a new steering wheel and stuff. So here's a kit right here. So I have to mount this in the front, and it's gonna basically have a little rack and pinion. And these are the little tie rods that are gonna steer. And then these are the steering shaft, what's gonna steer the wheels. And then it also came with a little steering wheel. I got that on Amazon for like $50. So, but yeah, that's I think that's about it. That's all I can show you guys for now. And once I come up with a plan, then I'll definitely fill you guys in. So I think that'll wrap it up for today's video. Thank you guys for bearing with me. And like I said, I'm still getting used to this stuff. So there's the kiddos right there. So you guys can see the size of them and the size of the go-kart. That's the go-kart is for them. So yeah, like I said, it's probably a little bit of overkill, but you know, I like overkill, but it's probably a limit for the kids about how much overkill. But like I said, thanks again, guys, for liking and subscribing, and hopefully I can bring you guys a lot more content, a lot more better content of the actual trucks. Like I said, we are going to be doing actual videos dedicated to the trucks and what I've done to it, what's the plans for it. I kind of already shared some of it, but yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video, and thanks again. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you. I'm also in another podcast with another group of another good group of friends of mine. It's called El Pod Talk, and you guys can also see me on there. Talking about different things of that nature, of like relationships, how relationships should be, like gender equality, just, you know, different discussions on how we see things in life, you know, our different opinions as different couples and stuff. So you guys can go check that out. It's called El Pod Talk. So I think we are going to be shooting a video, I think this Thursday.